Welcome to the Tuesdays Career and Business Show. Hello everyone, this is Kirtan here, author of 2 best-selling books, Why Being Independent is Awesome and X-Money Secrets. In this video, let's talk about the 4 different models of building your career and income. Most often, people end up in such careers that they really love doing it. But sometimes they end up in career they hate it. Right? And sometimes people would like to do work and sometimes you would like not to work. Right? So this is very important that we all go through in this kinds of confusion, in these times of dilemma, thinking that should I actually continue this career? So what is that I can do in order to increase my income? What is that I can do in order to build my career and grow this career and all those things. So today let's put a full stop for that, understanding the different ways of building your career, different vehicles to navigate from one place to another place. One thing as an objective that you need to understand in building your career, most often we give more importance to the career, but what we miss is life. What is more important in life is life itself. It's not that we have come on this planet Earth to build a career. We have come on this planet Earth to build a life, which means that the life should be at the center of your model. If your career is the center of your model, you will be frustrated, you will be disappointed, you will be having a life or a career that you do not really like. So which means that the model itself has to evolve. The model itself has to go forward, where our main focus has to go forward in the direction of building your lifestyle and having a career around your lifestyle. So that serves you, because most often today, the most popular type of model today is that people building their career around their lifestyle. What is that they love doing it? What is that they are good at? What is that world wants and what is that you can get paid for? Right? So this is very important that you ask this question to yourself. Now, let's understand the 4 models of building your career and income. So stay till the end to understand the independent model that sets you free on being independent. So it's very important that you get your complete focus here to understand the different type of model. So most often we have been all told in our whole education life that get good grades, get good marks and get settled in life. Right? So earn a decent income going for a job. So the first model is called as the job model, wherein you go here, so you have your education where you have built your certain capabilities, built your certain skills, and you give your time into the company where you get the exchange of salary. Right? And what company is doing is that the company is trying to exchange the products and services with the marketplace or the people around, so wherein company gets its income. And where you get your salary, company gets its profit, where you get your salary. But the great thing about this model is that in this thing, you think that it is safe, right? You think that, yeah, I'm getting a decent ongoing month to month income. But the con of this particular model is that if the income stops here, the income stops here. It does not matter like what is your capability, what is your skill. If the company stops performing, the income stops coming. And the problem is that if your whole life is dependent on this career, then you are going to have a very bad life. Many have gone through this particular situation in different crisis situations, crisis moments, like they scratch their head and like, why it happened in my life? Because they only had one stream of income. There is only one way by which they are getting paid. And the one more problem with this particular model is that the income is fixed, and in order to increase the income, you have to increase your capability, increase your time you are giving to the company. And usually, so in order to work in this particular model, it works in a pyramid structure. In the pyramid structure, so you have to get started where in the journey? You are not getting started at the top of the pyramid, where the CEO level, executive level, president level, vice president level. No, you are getting started as the bottom level, where you are getting started with the normal education, the undergraduation course. You just finish that and get into the bottom of the pyramid, right? So you tell me, so now in this model, in order to go to the top, many years people take to reach it to the top. And the thing is that the problem today is that everybody is getting educated, everybody is having the similar kind of capabilities, which means that in this model, if you want to succeed, there are a lot of people who have become successful in this model. If you want to succeed, you have to become extraordinary at this. You have to become extraordinary at your capabilities. You got to be extraordinary at your skills. You got to be extraordinary in people development, like developing people around you, right? So this is very, very important. It's about growing beyond your comfort zone, growing beyond that boundaries. So if you are that person, like ordinary person who gets suggestions or who gets advice from your boss and just do that task and be there, so you will never be able to grow in this model. Like many people actually try to get into this model to settle, to stay where they are. But the problem with that is that if you try to settle in this model, you will be settled completely in life. What do I mean by that? So which means that if water settles in the same place, what will happen? It stinks, it smells, right? So if a box settles in the same place, what will happen? Dust comes in, right? So if a house settles in the same place, what will happen? So it becomes a booth bangla, right? Similarly, so if you settle in this career or business, company will remove you as you are a liability to the company. So which means that you have to keep on growing. Many people get into this model with a fixed mindset, thinking that, yeah, I have done my education, now it's work and income. It does not work that way. So you need to keep on upgrading yourself, upgrading your capabilities, and probably you might be getting the same salary even though you are upgrading yourself. Because most of them complain when I actually coach people who are working professionals and going through in different challenges. They see this model, this is a great model because this is something that they have heard it from their parents, heard it from their relatives. Everybody said this is great, but they're still struggling with their financial decisions, financial life. They're not understanding like how do I lead a lifestyle-based systems or lifestyle-based life, right? So this is where the challenge is coming in, where they are not able to make the right decision, saying that even I increase my skills, capabilities, but I'm not getting paid well. I'm getting underpaid, right? So that is something that, so what people are actually having that as a problem. But the thing is that, as we know that when you are riding a cycle, it has its benefits and it has its own limitation. You cannot ride it from one country to another country just with a cycle. I'm not saying it's impossible. People have made it possible. So driving through the land journey, but it's not possible for everyone. So it is not that like somebody who have become a CEO of a company at a very prestigious company just in job and earning so millions of dollars of income as a salary every single year, that does not mean that everybody can do it, right? So that is something that the pros and cons of this particular system or particular model. The second model that what we are going to do is that people, what do they see is that they see the competition at the bottom of the pyramid. You all understand, everybody, when we are actually doing our undergraduation course and just enter the job market, it's all about going to the bottom of the pyramid, right? But when you actually work on this particular model and say, I want to upgrade this, and then you think of doing something called as higher education, right? So higher education to actually enter the top of the pyramid from the beginning of your journey of building your career and income. So you don't want to get a less paying job, underpaid job as the first model. You want to enter with a good paying jobs, with a good status in that particular company, so that you invest more money into higher studies, you put in more time there, you put in more energy and efforts there, and still today many are failing in this model as well. They do their higher education, they do their next level degrees, right? So post-graduation courses, PhDs and many things, but still they're not able to get that independent state, whatever they're actually trying to have in their life. So that is where the main difference comes in here. So you can actually look at this various vehicles, various models, and say what is the pros of this system or model and what is the cons of this thing. So the main challenge here is that it takes more year for you to learn, put yourself into the game, and then get into the top of the pyramid, right? So let's go and understand the third model of you building your career and income. So the third model is that here, so there is no two different entity as you and company. It's you and company coming together. It's you are the company and company is you, right? So that is where you get started, and you identify a problem and you provide a solution to the marketplace directly by you. But later you start building your own team of people. You and company is here and you build a set of team. And then what do is that you come back and you put your people here. You put your team here. The business, the company becomes here, you comes here, and you put the people here. And then you actually putting that particular number of people that you want to help. So here is you, here is company, and it's a team, and then it's the people that you want to serve, right? So which means that this is again, you are owning the pyramid here. So you are at the top where you have started the company, but initially when you have started, you were also at the bottom of the company as there were no teams. But as you start building the team, you're also building what? Building your own pyramid, right? So the first model is where you go at the bottom of the pyramid, where the pyramid has been created by someone else. And when it is about higher studies, you try to be at the top of the pyramid doing your higher studies. The third model of business, where when you are setting up your own business, you and business comes first here, and then slowly you start developing your team where you are serving to the people. You are the upfront for the people to actually serve and help. But later you, as you grow forward, so you and company comes at the top of the pyramid, and then we have the teams who are managing it and serving your customers, your people. So, and the income here is not limited. The reason is because the amount of people that you can serve with the number of teams that you have is like, there is no cap on that. There is no fixed income on that. So the amount of, like, there are three ways to actually build any business. Number one is that you increasing the number of people that you help. Second one is that you increasing the frequency of the same customer buying same products and services, more and more products and services with you, that is frequency. And the third model is the increasing the transactional value of the customer, right? So these are the three ways by which you can actually increase your income, and there is no fixed income. So there is unlimited income possible, and that is where I call it as this model, where you are working for X money. X is a variable. So in the first two models, you are working for money. And here in the third model, you are working for X money. There is a great possibility. Lot of people have been successful in this particular model as well. But there is a big risk as well. So what is the bigger risk here? Like, for example, if you fail in this developing this first model, then you have to go back to the same old model of job model or the higher studies model. That is where people fear here. They are losing money, fear of losing reputation, fear of losing the confidence from their parents, and many more. Right? So that is where they actually hesitate to take action. But here is a hybrid model of all three coming together, and that is called as independent lifestyle based system. That's the fourth model. The fourth model is independent lifestyle based system. So in the independent lifestyle based system, what happens is that you say, hey, in the job model, I'm getting the consistent income. In higher studies, I have more capabilities, more learning, more growth, right? And in the business, I have the ability to have an unlimited income, which means the fourth model, you combine all these four, which means you should have a fixed income coming in. And in the fourth model, you will be the center, and then you build various systems around you. Right? You build various systems around you, and I say systems, you are not only just setting up the business, you are setting up the systems that can actually work for you, and that gives you not only where you are getting income from one stream of income, but you are getting income from multiple streams of income. See, let me ask this question to you. So guys, tell me that, do you like to have one tap in your house coming from one source of water, or do you want to have multiple taps in your house where it is coming from multiple sources of water? The reason is because suddenly if there is a shortage of water, a lot of things in your house can be stopped, right? So you do not understand like what to do. But if the water is coming from the well, that's one source of water, right? If the water is coming from municipality, water is coming from borewell, water is coming from rain harvesting, so then it's more safer, much more freedom. You do not even need to worry about that problem, right? So financially independent state is a state wherein you get multiple streams of income. Would you like to be interested in developing the additional stream of income? So then here is a webinar that we are actually having on this weekend, okay, on Sunday at 7 p.m. So you can actually come and join for this particular webinar where you can take the highest advantage of this. Would you be interested in knowing that what are the different models, different possibilities in independent system building? So that is where you should be in that webinar to take the highest advantage. So it's a free webinar. You can click on the link and be registering yourself and coming for that webinar. That's going to be really powerful, where you get more knowledge of this. Like, how do you create the multiple streams of income model, wherein it gives you freedom, it gives you that independent state, and it gives you the time to live the life, because most of the other three models does not give you time to live your life. But I like the independent lifestyle based system because it gives you the time, because that's more important than money, right? It gives you the time, it gives you the freedom to do what you want to do in your life, right? So here you choose to work. It's not that you have to work. In the job, you have to work. If you do not work, you do not get money. But in the independent and in business, it's like you should work. Otherwise, your business does not work. But when you are having multiple systems, even one tab does not work out. So you will be having other tabs from which you will be having that source of income coming in. It's like you choose to work. So that is the difference in this hybrid model, where you're getting consistent income. How to build this? We'll learn it in this webinar. So come on to this Sunday's webinar at 7 p.m. So where we are going to meet live and get started learning. I hope that this video has given you enough clarity on 4 different types of career models to build your career and income.